Hello class and welcome to the video on figurative language. Although this may be a review for most of you, we need to make sure that we are appropriately applying figurative language to our writing. Let's go ahead and get started. This is a reminder to take notes so you can get half credit for the notes and the other half credit for your homework. Types of figurative language. Again, here's a reminder to take notes on every slide. First thing we're going to be reminded of is a simile, which is a comparison using like or as. For example, they wore jeans, which made me stand out like a sore thumb. So basically taking two objects or two certain items and comparing them. The second type of figurative language is a metaphor. Most of you will say, well, it's something that doesn't use like or as, but you have to stay more specific. A metaphor is a figure of speech which makes an implicit, implied, or hidden comparison between two things or objects that are poles apart from each other, but have some characteristics common between them. For example, her eyes were fireflies. Another example would be school is prison. It's very important that you use metaphors not in an elementary way, but in a sophisticated way, as we will talk about later. Another type that it's all too common to most of us is onomatopoeia. Good luck trying to spell that one. And it is defined as a word which imitates the natural sounds of a thing. So buzz, boom, pow. This is really easy to use when you're doing a writing prompt, trying to get somebody's attention. Usually as a hook statement, we can use onomatopoeia. Finally, we have alliteration, a stylistic device in which a number of words having the same consonant sound occur close together in a series. So this is just basically the repetition of the consonant sound. For example, Peter Piper picked a pepper. As you can see, there is a repetition right here in the front of each word. Peter Piper picked a pepper. And finally, we're going to look at personification. This has given human-like qualities to inanimate objects. For example, the sun stretches arms around the earth. All of these should be reviewed for most of us, but the main point here is actually using figurative language not only when you're reading, but when you're writing to make your writing more spicy and make it more creative. So why use figurative language? We need to create a vivid, more realistic picture for the reader, or to make your writing more creative and interesting. Side note, avoid using elementary similes or metaphors. Use more sophisticated similes and metaphors in writing. We don't just want to say her love was like a red rose, something that was overused. We need to come up with our own generic similes to be able to get the reader's attention and to have them see a picture in their mind. Your homework assignment tonight is going to be create an introduction paragraph using figurative language for the following SOL prompt. Whatever type of figurative language that you want to use is totally up to you, but I would experiment with different types. Here is your SOL prompt. Some schools use cell phones in the classroom for educational purposes. Think about the effects of allowing students to have and use cell phones in classrooms. Take a position on this issue. Use reasons and specific examples to support your opinion. Remember, the types of figurative language we've studied here are personification, simile, metaphor, and onomatopoeia. Please make sure, also alliteration. Please make sure that you pause and take notes at the appropriate parts and complete the homework to receive full credit. Have a good night.